Welcome back, everybody, to week 4, season 3 of the picks. It's hurricane season, if nobody knew, so that's why Frank's missing again after the evacuation.
I thought
So
season was over.
yeah, so shout out to Frank and his family for surviving that. We hope you the best of luck. But we still got Cut and Earl. How we doing today, fellas?
Big chillin'.
Big
I'm
chilling.
doing
What
pretty
about
good.
dude? So what's nice is we last year we mainly focused on the picks on Instagram. We moved it over to the Tube. Almost 75 episodes for 1 week, which is high numbers. 68 for last week. So, you guys leave comments, whatever, talk shit. Just
Please,
share
please.
it. We eventually want to get our own real show with touch screens, and then we can quit our regular jobs. So,
Like a smart board, go all Dan
dude,
Orlovsky on it.
that's what I'm talking about, dude, with the touch pads. And that'd be so sick.
Be fancy.
Be too sick. Let's take a look at last week. So last week's picks. We see overall that I had the best record at 10-6. Cut and Earl both finished 9-7, and Frank finished 7-9, which leads us to Frank in fourth at Frank and Earl tied for second at 24-23. Cut at third for 23-24, and myself with 26-21. Big games last week for me was the Packers. Thank God they held on. And probably the biggest upset was the Chiefs.
Yeah, that was gnarly. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Also, that Packers-Bucks game was fucking terrible.
It was very low scoring, but it ended with a pretty flashy finish.
Yeah, that was really what saved all my 3.5 hours of watching. That was the end.
I fell asleep.
Yeah. Taylor watched the first quarter. That was about it.
Yep.
We're going to the Super Bowl.
I was out of commission because I had too much fun at Buffalo Wild Wings.
It happens. Those early games will kill you.
Yes, they will. Dolphins put up points against the Bills, got stops when they needed to last week. The Denver 49ers game was probably the worst game of the week.
I picked that one too.
Yep. So moving on to week 4. So we'll just read off Frank's picks. Frank sent them in early for us. Hold on, I have to show these tabs real quick so I can show you the text. All right. We're not sponsored, so we won't show who they are. But Frank picked the Bengals to win, Vikings, Brown, Commanders, Lions, Titans, Giants, Jags, Steelers, Bills, Chargers, Cards, Packers, Raiders, Buccaneers, and the Rams to finish the Monday Night Football game at 28-21. So good picks all around. Frank had a great week, not last week, but the week before. So we'll see if he can get a bounce back week this week. Starting off with the Dolphins, Bengals. Man, I want to choose the Dolphins because they're a high-scoring offense. And I really want to choose the Bengals because of their iced-out uniforms they're about to have on Thursday night football with those white helmets.
Dude. That might be the best uniform in the game right now.
Yeah,
so solely on the uniform, I'll take a gamble on the Bengals getting a win at home on Thursday night football with Frank. Vikings Saints. I think the Vikings have the edge here. Came back and beat the second most high-scoring offense last week at the fourth quarter.
Fucking terrible.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Falcons over Browns. I just think they'll get a win this week. Cowboys over the Commanders. Cooper Rush all day. I put the Kool-Aid back in the fridge last week, but I'm drinking it this week. Lions are the number 2 scoring offense in the league right now.
It's insane.
Lost a bad game against the Vikings.
Lions gonna Lions.
Lions gonna Lions. Titans Colts. I'm gonna go the Titans all day. Bears Giants. I'm gonna go the Bears here. Jags and Eagles. You got to go Eagles here. They're a powerhouse football team for some reason this season as well. One of the only 2 last undefeated teams in the league. Steelers over Jets. They're the Jets. I'm gonna go. Okay. So I saw a stat today. Josh Allen is 15-5 after coming off of a loss. He's going to go 15-6. because the Ravens they're gonna have that offense, man. The Ravens are a good team this year, and Lamar is making sure he gets 330 guaranteed. I'm gonna go Chargers. They need a bounce back week bad. Did they win last week? No, they lost last week. So yeah, they need that. I'm gonna go Cardinals over the Panthers. They lost a bad week last week. Kyler Murray saying some shit about his receivers, so maybe he'll get them fired up. Packers all day. I love the Packers, and Mac Jones is out. We're at home. Raiders over the Broncos. I don't know if you've been seeing the most cringy shit from Russell, but I think he's the most cringy quarterback in the entire NFL.
He's almost fake. It's almost like he's a robot.
Yeah, he's
I
like.
don't think it's fake, and that makes it worse.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. Like he's like Mr. Endorsement deal. Like
he's Mr. He's Mr. Skinwalker to a situation.
Like if he had a Cheez-It deal, he'd be walking around the field being like, "Cheez-Its, boys."
like I don't know if you saw a Subway commercial, but it was probably one of the worst commercials I've ever seen in my entire life. He's like, my sandwich is the danger sandwich.
If you could wear endorsement deals on your sleeve, he'd have like an entire like Subway sleeve.
He'd
like,
have
Ricky Bobby with Fig Newtons across the windshield.
He'd be the mascot.
And fuck you.
Yeah. Except he'd be like, you don't chew Big Red, we don't ride.
We don't ride.
No ride. Chiefs Buccaneers. This one's the hardest one. I'm going Chiefs right here. The Buccaneers having all that extra turmoil. I think the Chiefs get it done. And Rams 49ers, I'm going to go Rams. I think the 49ers are wasted on Shanahan. I don't think he's a very good coach. Jimmy Garoppolo was quoted reading his lips saying, your plays are the fucking worst. Something along those lines to his headset. Like your play calling's the worst. And he's your backup quarterback technically. So we're gonna go Rams. Shit. We're gonna go Rams 31. We're gonna go 49ers 14.
Well, in Shanahan's defense, Jimmy did run out of the back of the end zone and throw an interception on the same play.
Yes.
Yeah. A pick six.
It's kind of hard to draw that up poorly. Like
yeah.
Quarterback did everything wrong there.
Yeah.
Two Dan Orlovsky references in the same show.
Yeah.
But since Aaron won last week.
Oh God. Yeah, that one Super Bowl ring.
Woo! Baby, I've been riding that for 12 years now. Let's go.
He still has a losing record against Tom, so it's fine.
He is the GOAT of losing NFC championship games.
He is.
He's the best at losing against the fucking Niners.
But we won last week in a game I didn't watch, so all I know is I have to just black out every game and they'll win the rest of the season.
I can help you out with that.
Sick.
Hey, that's the plan in January.
Hell yeah, dude. All day. Let's see. Cutter Earl, which one wants to go? We'll have Earl go.
Okay.
All right.
I'm out of order with the Lions again, so I am picking the Lions over the Seahawks. Let's just get that one out of the way now.
All right.
And then let me know when you're ready.
Kool-Aid, we ready. Let's ride.
Yeah, I'm sipping on it again. That's 3 weeks in a row sipping on it. I really think they should have beat fucking Minnesota last weekend. If the Lions they don't ever win like the other team just beats them. It's always a mental error, a mental mistake. They always beat themselves and lose on the scoreboard. With that being said, I am taking Cincinnati over Miami. It's a home game for Cincinnati. I think they're playing a little pissed off, which is really good for them. I think Miami's going to be a little too high after beating Buffalo. Short week, hot game. I'm taking the Vikings over the Saints just because I think the Vikings are a more complete team, even without Delvin Cook. Atlanta over Cleveland. I like what's happening down there in Atlanta. They got a lot of young guys that are playing really, really well, and Cleveland is Cleveland.
Yep.
Cowboys over the Commanders. I really don't care for either team, but the Cowboys actually the defense looks pretty good.
Cooper.
No, absolutely not. Colts over Titans, only because it's a home game. I'm going to take the Bears over the Giants as well. I was kind of iffy on this. I wanted to take the Giants, but man, they just looked so shitty last week that I can't do it. Eagles over the Jags. Good job on the Jags, but the Eagles are rolling. Steelers over the Jets. I don't think that one needs an explanation, even though the Steelers suck too.
But at least they're
I'm
not
gonna
the
go with
Jets.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens over the Bills also. I just think the Bills going to be a little hungover from that Miami game, and Lamar, geez, what is he doing?
Everything.
Yes. Chargers over the Texans. The Chargers need this win. If they don't get it, I honestly think their season is probably over. And they don't look good for the rest of that division. I'm going to take the Cardinals over the Panthers. I actually looked up this one, and the Panthers are heavy favorites. And it kind
Wow.
of just blows my mind a little bit. I know the Cards are on the road, but I gotta believe there's more talent on the Cardinals roster than the Panthers. Packers over Patriots. Patriots just don't look very good. I haven't heard anything about Mac Jones. Crying like a little
10
bitch
weeks.
getting carried off the field.
6 to 10.
Yep.
Man, I'm gonna take the Denver Broncos over the Raiders here. This was another one that was tough for me because I like the Raiders. I think the Raiders should be at least 2-1 right now, and here they sit at 0-3. They're not getting their first win, unfortunately. Chiefs over Bucks. Yeah, I think the Chiefs are just in a better spot at this point in the season. And then Rams over Niners 20-13.
A low scoring game action there. All right, Cut. What you got?
So the Dolphins are really good. I know they're probably going to come in riding high off that Bills victory, but I think they skate through this one too. The Bengals have lost to poorer teams, and I don't think it's their year this year. Could be the Dolphins. We'll see. Vikings over Saints. Yeah, it's an easy one. This one's a little tougher, but I think I agree with you guys. I'm going to go Falcons. I don't think the Browns are going to do anything until they get that massage guy back. It's Cooper Rush time out there in Dallas Stadium.
Cooper.
We got here. I do like the Lions in this game, and I think that's crazy. They're a lock for us this week. It's impressive. The Colts just upset the Chiefs, which is insane, and the Titans are not as good as the Chiefs. Based on that, I'm going Colts. I'm going to take the Giants over the Bears. Saquon's back, and he looks like a monster, and I don't think the Bears can stop him. Eagles over Jags. I love Trevor Lawrence, but the Eagles are pretty fucking good this year. Steelers over Jets. That's an easy one. Oh, man, the Bills need a bounce back, but Lamar is just too much for any team right now. He's just great. Chargers over Texans. They better win this one. I think the Texans are the worst team in the league. And I did look this one up as well. And the Cardinals have one of the worst rush defenses in the league. And I think Chris McCaffrey's just going to fucking eat. So we're going Panthers. Oh, man. Max out. Time to tank for some good players. Let's go Pack. Oh man. So it's a home game. So I'm going Raiders. That's the decision maker for me. Speaking of quarterbacks who have a losing record against Tom Brady, I'm gonna go Tom Brady in this one. I think he's just got fucking old Patty Mahomes' number. And then this one, so these division games are always weird. I want to pick the Niners. I think they could win this one after a tough week. So I'm going to go Niners, and let's go. I say they win on a field goal. Let's go 24-21.
All right, so we got the Chargers at a lock, the Lions at a lock. That's crazy saying, and the Vikings at a lock. The Packers are as well as a lock. Surprisingly, though, I would not have predicted the Chargers to start off the season 1-2, and I
Not with that schedule.
And I
No.
and I definitely didn't think that the Jaguars would have 2 wins already this year.
Not with that schedule.
Yeah. Like,
honestly, the Raiders being 0-3 is the biggest surprise to me. It really is. That offense has so much talent.
You know, I saw a funny thing on the internet where after week 1, they showed Devontae Adams receptions and reception yards, and then the rest of the Packers was underneath that. And then someone said that statistician must have fell asleep because we haven't heard anything in 2 weeks because he's had like no targets and no W's. So the grass ain't greener when your colors are silver and black, okay?
Yeah, that one dude for the Raiders, he had that nasty catch towards the end of the game. That was crazy. That was a big one.
Yeah.
Just because he was your college quarterback doesn't mean his name is Joe Burrow, okay? He's not slinging you dimes anymore. He's slinging you the same dimes he still threw in college.
Craziest thing to me is Derek Carr is the Raiders franchise leader in all passing categories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy. They have like Super Bowl winning Hall of Fame quarterbacks that have played for that franchise, and Derek fucking Carr is the league leader.
Yeah, dude, they were nasty for a long time too. As like a franchise, like nobody wanted to play the Raiders.
Well, yeah, Al Davis was a scrappy owner, GM, whatever you want to call him. I mean, I think the dopest thing he ever did was draft Bo Jackson in the fucking 7th round when no one thought he was fucking available. Like everyone thought he was the ball, and he just.
I still remember the 02 Super Bowl where they lost to the Bucks.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Rich the Gannon Cannon. Or Cannon Gannon.
That Bucks defense that year was just too nasty, man. Warren Sapp.
Oh yeah. Derek Brooks, or Tiki Barber. No, yeah.
Yeah, Tiki, and then Lynch too, John Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, oh yeah, John Lynch was a freak.
Nasty defense.
That's what happens when you move out of Oakland.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you move to Vegas and you build $1 billion stadium. Can't play. Well, anywho, fellas, good picks for the week 4. We'll show them one last time before we get out of here. Hopefully Frank will be back with us next week, surviving the hurricane, of course. But it's been a pleasure as always. Any last words for you, fellas?
Good luck, Frank. Hope you and your family safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Best of luck to Frank and the family.
Yep.
For sure. All right, let me stop sharing the screen, and we will see everybody back for the results week 5 next week. We'll upload it to YouTube, share it, show your mom and dad. They might tell you to stop watching, but at least that's 2 more views if you live in a separate household. But y'all have a great rest of your day. Deuces.